Went back on, so everything looks okay.
Good morning.
Did we tell Facebook world that what we're doing yet?
We did not. Why don't you go ahead and do that?
Yeah.
And message the Hamby, because I promised him that we would do that. And
Okay.
I can't. So good morning, everybody. As usual, we'll give it a couple minutes while people are getting on, but we are in Port St. Lucie and gearing up to go pretty soon to North Carolina. So that's pretty exciting. It's a gorgeous day. It's sunny. There's planes going over. As long as they're still flying, I'm happy. Too soon? It's been bad recently. Oh my gosh. Anyway, it's a lovely day. It's not too hot. Everything's kind of pleasant. Typical early spring in Florida.
All right, everybody's been notified. So here we are. It's warm. It's like really warm. It's been getting cold at night. It's been down in the mid 50s at night.
May I have some coffee, please?
You didn't get coffee yet?
I didn't get coffee yet. Thank you.
Hoping Puss would join us.
He might eventually.
You never know. Oh, there's everybody's talking.
Cool.
I can't see what they're saying. So I'm going to scratch my ear.
Yeah, you got to start bringing the iPad out with you so you can like read stuff.
I was mad at the iPad for some reason. I can't remember why.
I get mad at things and then I don't use them. See, this would have been the day for me to clean the dinghy, but I chose to do it yesterday. I chose to do it when it was all choppy.
Good morning, guys. Bill is like, slept in this morning? I'm like, yes, Bill.
Yes.
We slept in this morning.
We did sleep in.
Yeah, I have been getting a lot of good sleep, and it's like, man, just we've been getting up and having to do things sometimes in the mornings, and then sometimes
we had to do things.
The cat cat's been special, especially yesterday. He was. And last night he was. We'll tell stories about that. But he's been really special.
He's been a little special recently. As we used to say when we were in a 6-piece rock band carrying Marshall stacks around, and we'd go out to breakfast the next morning and no one could move. My everything hurts because I did a bunch of hard cleaning. You did yours was the day before. You did the hard. You cleaned the bottom of the dinghy. I cleaned the top of the dinghy, and did some oil work. And
yeah, that was We should raise the dinghy at least every other day. So she said. But, well, Hamby's on.
Understood.
And he's by the...
And it's his birthday weekend.
He's drinking a beer at the pool at the resort in Florida.
Fantastic. So. Happy birthday, Hamby.
All right.
Yeah, so we've been getting a lot of growth on the boat. On the dinghy.
Oh, my God, yeah. So that's completely my fault for being lazy. It doesn't take that long. And also I changed lines on that. I got the lines that we have to raise the dinghy are too small, but they fit through the blocks better. That was my thinking, but I wasn't taking into account hand feel.
I can't grip it.
And so it's really hard for her to grip it. So we just ordered new lines. So that'll fix that problem. So we'll be able to raise it more comfortably. I did put a ratcheting block on it on her side.
That made a huge difference.
And I might switch you to the front because the back is a little
yeah, when we're so normally the bow of the dinghy faces a certain direction all the time. It faces to port. And when we flipped it around and raised it so that Galen could clean the other side of the bottom this week, I raised the nose of the dinghy for the first time instead of the aft. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so much easier. Like, I've been doing the hard work here.
It is more mess. Plus, you have to raise the nose first to get it up, and that distributes the weight back. So, yeah, it does make more sense. You're just going to have to, I'll just show you how you have to raise that nose up really quick.
Oh, I've seen you do it.
So, yeah. And you have to, like, time it just right and, like, really pull it up there quick so the nose... the problem is and I knew this was a design flaw when I designed it, so it's not like I did it and was like, oh no. I knew it was a problem when I started it, but I was like, I'll deal with it. And this is us dealing with it. So I put the swim platform on.
Which is awesome.
About the same time we started, I put the davits on. So problem is, I can't just drop the boat straight down into the water because the swim platform is there. Swim platform was supposed to be a folding platform, but complications and how long it was taking me to do it, I made it a fixed platform, which is fine, but I can't fold it out of the way to drop the dinghy down. So the dinghy has to go down, and you drop one side first, and it just kind of slides off. It's fine.
And so one little corner of the swim platform gets dinged up a little bit.
Just a little wear. It gives it a little character.
It's not a big deal.
It's 1.5 inch teak, man.
It's not really damaging
it's
it.
Not
it's just scarring it a little bit. And I actually did that yesterday. I went down and cleaned out a couple spots and put new oil on it, so it looks lovely now.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah. So I've been sitting here thinking. I'm glad to hear all the things that you explained, because that makes me feel like less of a weakling that I couldn't. I was always able to raise the dinghy with him before, but it had a much thicker black rope on it. Now it's got a much thinner white one. Not that the color matters, but but it's just I've got a lot of hand issues, and his hand issues have been getting better while mine are getting worse. And I was at the point where I'm like, I don't know if I can do this. And I feel really badly about that, but we got to have another solution.
Yeah. Yeah. So Pickles has been, I don't know he hasn't been bad. He's just been very, very much a puss. He's just
lots of personality
lately.
My favorite was the overnight near.
Oh my God. Himself. So like, he woke me up a couple of times just being, so I changed my strings a couple of days ago. And when I change my guitar strings, I always give him the low E string to play with for a while.
Which is adorable.
He loves guitar strings. So I'll throw the low E string on the floor.
For just a couple of days.
And it's been, yeah, I'll keep it there for like a week or so. But he gets down there and in the middle of the night sometimes, like, he'll start playing with it, and he'll start freaking out, and he'll chase it all over the place. And he's a lot smaller than he was, but he's still a cat of significant size. And he's around
9 pounds.
He's kind of awkward. Oh, he's over 9 now.
You think so?
Oh yeah, he was 9 when we were like, oh my God, he's turning into friggin' a skeleton.
Maybe 12.
I would probably say 10.5. Maybe.
Okay, somewhere in there. He was 18
at one point. Let us know if that wind gets too much. I can shut the thing. So I was like, okay, and I don't stop him from playing. I just make a mental note of it. Oh, it's just the cat. And I fall back asleep. But then all of a sudden I heard like, it was like a ruckus. It was like a real ruckus. And I'm like, oh, what the fuck? And I look around because of course it's dark, and I'm like, and I can kind of the motion's coming from the galley, the kitchen, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, so oftentimes he gets his toys stuck in the little nook there in the galley, and that's again fine. But it just wasn't stopping. And I could tell
something's wrong.
So I get up and I go in. Now I had replaced the faucet. The faucet was brand new.
Looks really nice.
But there's nothing in there that's new. There's always this long cord, like when you pull the faucet out of the sink, it's one of those, like the cord comes up and it hangs down.
Yeah, so you can like fill a bucket or something,
There's always been one there.
He just put a different one in.
But apparently it's just at a different height or something. His box was back far enough, and he was in there jumping around, getting excited about taking a poop. And I guess when he jumped out, he like got halfway over that black tube hanging down and like hung himself. So he's sitting there fucking swinging over his litter box, just clawing the fucking litter everywhere.
But his head is like in the loop of that that curved.
Oh, his head
flexible
wasn't.
pipe
It was
that
his
goes
stomach
down.
was. It was
Oh, his
like,
stomach?
yeah, it was like he was.
Oh, so he was like halfway past it.
Yeah. And so he was just sitting there, friggin' running in place
Oh my
with
God.
his feet like on the litter, and just.
Throwing pellets everywhere.
And then when he heard me say, what's going on there, buddy? And he heard that, and he's like, I'm like, oh, calm down. And I was trying to push him back through, and he was having none of it. And I'm like,
oh my
fuck
God.
it. All right. So I lift him up, and we got him out of there, and I cleaned his box. But
I hadn't heard this whole rendition yet.
Oh my God.
I was still asleep.
Yeah. So he's been, yeah.
Yeah, and he's been really affectionate, but super playful. Like he's been in the typical cat mode, but just more of it.
It's very him. It's just like when you walk by, you know,
he's grabbing
like
you.
he'll just reach out and grab you. And it's like, yeah.
Which is why we got him in the first place.
Which is why we got him in the first place.
We were at the shelter in Bangor, and we were actually going in to adopt another cat, but we walked by Pickles, and he grabbed Galen's shirt through the little cage, and he's like, "Oh, guess we're taking you home."
America's Funniest Videos. You know, Bill, though, you're right. I got to have the presence of mind, because that's fucking gold.
That is gold.
I have to have the presence of mind to get my camera out and document this thing.
To leave him in misery and take pictures of him while he's in misery.
Look, little
he wasn't getting hurt. He was just aggravated.
Little asshole has to start paying his friggin' way on the boat. He's been freeloading long enough. The amount of treats he eats during the day, holy crap!
Oh, so I don't know. A couple of months ago, I bought some little decorative baskets, and I have them on the wall, like put on with like 3M hooks, right in front of where our mast is. I say that for those of you that have been on the boat. So there's like a space maybe about that wide that it's just flat wall in front of the mast. And so I've got the baskets hanging in front of them. One of them has his treats and his medicine in it. So we can just quickly grab it every morning, and, you know, we're giving him treats, giving him his medicine. Well, he's figured out, after we've done it, you know, for a while that way, he knows the treats are there. And last night he was pulling everything out of his way and knocking everything on the floor, up on the table, so that he could get to that basket. And it will not take a lot. I'm going to have to move that.
Yeah.
He's going to be able to get to that.
Yeah, sometime when we're gone, we're going to come back and see an empty bag of treats and a full puss.
Yeah, but it's like, knocked the tissues off the floor. He knocked a pair of scissors off the floor. He like everything.
Oh, then when he couldn't reach it. Yeah, when he couldn't reach it, he started taking stuff out of the fucking table thing. He actually just started pulling stuff out and throwing it on the floor.
Off the shelves. He was like pulling stuff off the shelves because he couldn't get around the corner to the basket.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyways, he's being
resourceful.
He's been special.
And he's been very affectionate lately too. He was funny last night. He was being a lot. I think that's when he was doing all that. Everything was going on the floor. And finally you said, "All right, Puss, enough." And I was sitting on the starboard settee, and he just went over and picked up Pickles and put him on the settee next to me. He laid right down and went to sleep. It was like doing biscuits next to me. And he was just being the sweetest little kitty. I'm like, how do you go from creating havoc to just being the sweetest little thing?
That's just who he is.
It's Sunday, so the pontoon boats are out.
Girlfriends like that too. What else happened?
Oh, what else did we do this week?
So I've been making a series of videos. I've been trying to do it like Friday nights, and I think I'm going to start calling them like something like Friday Night Noodles or something like that. I like that. Have like a bowl of noodles as the thing.
That's what I got to cook for this thing?
No, you don't really literally need to make a bowl of noodles. You've been in marketing, haven't you? Yeah, I'm going to eat noodles while I'm playing. No, it's just like a quick 5-10 minute jam. And I don't know if I'm going to keep doing that. We had a whole bunch of strange people on. I don't know if
they weren't strange.
I don't know.
People we didn't know.
That's what I meant. It's strangers.
Which was great.
I don't know if they were strange or not. Kind of hope they were, because I like strange people. But yeah, it's just for like a 5-minute thing. So I don't know if I'm going to keep doing the live one or if we're just going to start making more shorts. But we have a bunch of the shorts up on, and they're literally 15, 20-second things.
I did look up, they can be around 90, but for some reason it wasn't letting you do over like 15.
I'm still learning, and I still don't know how to do it. But for now, they're 15 seconds because I don't know how to do anything else. So if you want to, if you got 15 seconds to kill, you want to go look and, you know, thumbs down, thumbs up, say hi, whatever you want to do. It's basically me just sitting there friggin' noodling with some instrument. Allie should be involved at some point.
I should.
Oh, Dean's on. I can't see what he's saying.
The only reason I haven't is because the points where you've wanted to do it, I just happen to be in the middle of something else, and you're like, "Hey, record me," or go, hold the phone, go live. Yes, Mike, he does miss you. Oh, Dean says he's not on a computer, so checks can only be things currently in RAM and short answers only. I love it. Yeah. Let's see, this week I'm making bug screens this week. That has to happen this week. I've been putting it off. I got a bunch of sewing projects I got to do. Our bug screens on our companionway hatch board and on our overhead hatches have just deteriorated. They've got a bunch of little tears in them. Guess who made those? So it's just time to redo them. And it won't take me that long. I can do those in a day. And then I've got a bunch of other sewing projects that I need to do. Like you wanted me to do straps for the dinghy for the
you'd reinforce. No, well, yeah. Oh, geez, yeah. That's this project. Okay, so projects I would love it if they got done would be the straps, so we can keep the rudder inside the dinghy.
And where do you want that to attach?
The back seat, underneath the rudder goes underneath the back seat.
Ah, okay.
That way the entire sail kit will always be in the dinghy. We can always just sail it out of whatever situation, as long as we have wind.
Okay.
The other thing for the dinghy is that needs to get done priority is the harness for the dinghy needs to be reinforced. The stitching came out.
Right. Yes.
And the next down on the list is we need the covers for those, the reinforced covers for those studio speakers, so you can
strap them down
with the covers on them.
So technically out of that, the only ones that have to happen before we leave are the speakers, because we got to secure those before we leave for North Carolina, and the straps for the dinghy. The straps for the dinghy are like extra reinforced straps that we put on when we're underway and the dinghy is raised, and it keeps the dinghy from swinging.
Well, it's when we're offshore.
Yeah. We don't bother if we're just doing a mile. I do it, doing an hour or two up the river or something.
But that's actually what's holding it, though. It's not just there just in case. That's the current rigging is there just in case. The straps when we're offshore are actually bearing all the weight of the dinghy, and
some of that stitching is coming out, so I got to reinforce it.
Yeah. So, like I said, that's priority. That's second priority, and both of those need to get done before we head out. I
think I can do that with my machine. I know I can do the other strapping. I'll check if that's normal, just nylon. I can do that with my machine. Depends on how many times they rolled that over. But this is the time to do it because Tim told me I could use his Sailrite.
Oh shit! Well, that hits a friggin' easy button on it right there.
Yep. Wait, which glasses do I need right now? Yeah, luckily we have a couple friends at the nearby marina that have Sailrites, and that's definitely a should do. What I really should do is have you take the head sail down and reinforce the stitching on that.
We can do that.
If we have time to make that happen. We haven't set a date for departure yet. I'm sorry I'm so congested today. We were just saying it's taken us forever to get over the colds that we had. And we're both still, like, our voices. It's good that we took this time off, but our voices are still not 100% yet. We've got recording we need to finish.
Yeah, we need to, like, I wanted to do that today or tomorrow and start recording.
By the sound of me, I think it's going to be more like Wednesday, Thursday.
Oh, we're making some progress on that too. Yeah, we're making some progress on that. So.
Oh yeah, some of the stuff that you showed me yesterday that you've been putting together.
Oh man, Water Witch is fucking sick.
I was like, wait! I want to hear that again.
Water Witch is sick, and it really makes me like, I want to kind of go back and really kind of rethink. You know, my problem is I've been listening to too much Rick Rubin. I've been listening to him, and I'm learning a lot about production and stuff. But
if you've never watched, who's the guy that he did the interview with?
Rick Beato was interviewing him for that.
Rick Beato does a lot of interviews with famous people. And
yeah, Rick Beato's a motherfucker himself. He is a massive guitar player. He's like a studio session player. He taught jazz at up in New York.
Berkeley?
I forgot where. No.
Manhattan School of Music.
No, he was basically he subbed at the New School for a year, but before that he was a professor somewhere. And I can't remember. It was a prestigious place, and the guy is just super knowledgeable, super good, but
and a great interviewer.
Oh my God. Hands down, probably the best interview I've ever seen in my life, including I mean, that's saying a lot, because I mean, I watched like all the, the Dan Rather interviews and all those, and man, it's just him and Rick Rubin. And if you don't know who Rick Rubin is, he's the founder of Def Jam Records. He's the one who put out the Beastie Boys. He put out
Run DMC.
Run DMC, the very in the wrong key.
Yeah, he was one behind Leather Walk
This Way. Like he put that together. He had to convince. He's the one who put. And he at that time nobody knew him from jack shit. He was literally running Def Jam Records out of a dorm room. In his college. He actually went through and got his entire degree while he was running Def Jam Records, by the way.
And if you've never seen him before, now he didn't look like this necessarily back then, but now he looks like
Gandalf.
Like a really aging Michael McDonald, like with longer hair. Like he's got all silver hair and a really long silver beard, and he does not look like, when you say this guy produced like some of the most notable rap records in history,
Chili Peppers,
and the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and then you look at him and you're like, really?
He produced all of and convinced him to do it. All of Johnny Cash's, like, his last 6 albums.
Oh yeah, he was behind like Hurt and all of those.
And Rusted Chains, that one. He actually the back. A lot of people, I didn't know this. The backup band for that album was Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, and Tom Petty played bass
just because he wanted to.
And what he did is, like, they're in there doing the tracks for Johnny Cash, just because they love Johnny Cash and they were like psyched to do it. And I guess it was like instruments just all around the room. And whoever wanted to, because they're fucking Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, you don't go in there and assign shit to Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. They put him in a room, and Rick's like, yeah, just when you feel it, when you hear something, go pick up the instrument and play it. So it's like, Tom was like playing bass on a lot of tracks, and
play piano.
Somebody would like, go play an instrument that they don't normally play, or drums or something like that. But if they were feeling it, that's what they played on the album. because they're so talented.
I want to go back and listen to that whole
I'm
album
totally going to
again,
listen
knowing
to
that.
all of those albums again. But
He produced LL Cool J, a whole bunch of amazing. I wonder if we're teaching Dean anything, or if this is on his RAM.
Oh yeah, yeah. We can say anything because he can't fact check us.
That's right.
This could all be bullshit. Nobody never know.
Dean, I was thinking about you last night actually because I was scoping out. I'm going to be doing some solo stuff when I'm up in Maine, and Galen's got the show going on. So I was looking to add some new songs, and I was listening to Paula Cole and thought of you for obvious reasons. And we used to enjoy Peter Gabriel, and Paula Cole used to be his backup singer, and then she went solo. I liked her. I wish she'd stayed in the business longer. Bill wants to know when we're headed his direction.
Good question, Bill. I want to know when we're headed your direction.
It's going to be early.
When you find out, let me know.
It's going to be early May. Yeah. Technically, I have a doctor's appointment on the 7th of May, and I think that's too late.
That's going to be tight.
So I think I'm going to have to cancel that, or see if I can move it up. The problem was she wanted to see me in 3 months, and I compromised to May.
I know, because I need to be in Maine the last week of May. So that's, if that helps.
And we need to get the boat ready.
Figure out the timeline. That's my schedule.
We need to get the boat ready so that with us being gone for the summer, it's hurricane prepped and it's just ready for anything. And our amazing friend Mike is helping us out in many ways, including keeping an eye on the boat. And we want to make sure that he doesn't have to really do anything except be like, yep, looks good. Or, all these lights are up on this panel. What's wrong with that? Yeah. So we need some time to make that happen. Not a ton of time, but probably a week or two. So really, ideally, we've been doing a slew of doctor's appointments for a lot of reasons, but I think my last big one is on April 24th. And I think we should be looking at leaving within a week of that. What do you think about that?
Sure.
Yeah. And we can always anchor off Wrightsville, Mike, if you're not ready for us and stuff like that, and start getting stuff ready. But we want to make sure that we're not in a rush. And if we wind up having to wait for a weather window, it doesn't screw us over. I'd rather get there a little early. How about you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I just started doing bookings for the later part of the summer into fall. We've got some stuff up in Bangor. If you're up in Bangor, we're playing Nocturnum on July 19th. And I'm sure that there will be more. And I'm probably going to wind up seeing if we can do the CB Pier in Stoked and a couple of other things while we're in North Carolina before we head back. So I'm going to be reaching out to them this week, and we'll let you know what those dates are going to be.
Hoplite.
Got the Hoplite, Stoked, Hurricane Alley, any of those places. No places. Give me new places. CB Pier already reached out to us and wanted us this year, and I was like, I'm going to be in Maine, but I'm like, hang on, let me figure out dates. I'm pretty sure they had us play through mid-September the last year. As a matter of fact, she had said we're not going to do any music after September 1st, and then she called us and said, do you want these 2 dates in September? We're going to keep things going. And I'm like, yeah.
That's on brand.
As a matter of fact, yes. So I'll let her know, we'll try to schedule those for early September before we head back down this direction. So that's the plan as it stands right now, and I'm sure I'll know more within the next 2 or 3 weeks. I will definitely know more because we'll be leaving.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh my gosh, it's coming right up. That's coming right up. That's not month. Oh my God. Whew. Things to do. Yeah, so this is a big work week for me, especially getting things ready.
Got to get over and get the bottom scraped again.
Yeah.
Kind of hoping to replace that prop, but I don't think that's going to happen. The lead time on making a new one is 8 months or something like that.
Oh my gosh. And we haven't found a used one.
So it's 8 months or something like that, and finding a used one. I think I can find a used one in that amount of time. I would hope. I keep finding almost exactly the right thing, but also I don't want to buy. I don't want to buy one I don't know, it's a crapshoot. So I don't want to buy one for like a couple $100 and think I got a deal on it, and it's just, you know, I have to replace it next year. It's like, well, what's the point of that? And I'll spend the $700 now and get a brand new one made. I don't know. Maybe we buy a new one now and next year. I mean, buy a used one now, then, but next year, look at just buying a new one, and we'll have it.
I mean, last I heard, you hadn't even found a used one. Is that accurate?
Well, no, I would have bought it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to yeah, if I find one, I'm going to buy it immediately.
So I'm not banking on that before we leave, but if all goes well, we're going to go offshore to head back up to North Carolina. We're just going to go up and shoot up, be up there in about 4 days. We can always duck out into St. Augustine or Fernandina if we wind up needing to break in between. But it would be a lot faster if we can just shoot right up. And then we'll be offshore, and hopefully the weather gods will be good to us, and we'll have conditions so that we can sail, because we'd rather, with a prop that has a little bit of so our prop has wear and tear where it needs to be replaced, but it's not like it's damaged, like can't be used. Like our diver who knows boats and we trust him and like him, was like, you probably ought to look to replace it by the end of the summer. You know, so okay, so we can make the jump up to North Carolina, but it's safer for us if we're offshore and sailing a lot versus being on the ICW and using that prop all the time on the way up. Plus, we prefer to be out there sailing anyway.
If we were taking the ICW, we should have left now.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. Mike says, I'll have it ready for you. Dean, fact from the Ram. Dean has fact check on Paula Cole. She was solo before joining the Secret World Live Tour. I don't think I knew that. Thank you, Dean. That's fantastic. Was she solo like the notable stuff, or was she solo and people didn't know who she was, and then she came out with like Where Have All the Cowboys Gone and all that? There were like 3 that were a little bit more popular on radio. Did she only have that success after that tour, or did she have the success beforehand? And if you haven't checked out Paula Cole, check her out. I really like her. I've always liked her. I love her voice. And that tour, oh my gosh. That Peter Gabriel tour was some of the best YouTube videos of a live performance I've ever seen in my life. We've watched that every once in a while, like the whole time we've been together. And before that, I was watching it with Dean, you know, and just
one of
such a great
best concerts ever.
We are shaking the tree, do, 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 and the dancing. I love it. Woo, bugs. We had no CMs last night. That was no fun. The no CMs were no fun.
Yeah, the wind has been dying down at night. Actually, it's
dying down right now.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, it just got really still. There isn't a cloud in the sky, though. Well, there's some over there, but there's not
a little bit of wind, though.
The moon was gorgeous last night on the water. Oh my goodness, full moon, pink moon.
So cold, though.
Yeah, we normally like to come out and just like moon gaze for a while. We love full moons on the boat. It's kind of a thing for us. And last night it was more like, let's go out and look real quick. Okay, it's cold. Let's go back inside, because it was like 52. Can I have some more coffee, please?
Yep.
I know, 52. Anybody in Maine that's watching, it's like, oh my God, girl, please. Thank you. They got more snow up there.
Oh,
they got April snowstorms.
You guys, get all that shit done before I get up there, because I'm not having any of it.
Yep.
None of it.
All our northern friends were like, what the heck? I'm like, the fact is, it can, in fact, snow right up through May. Bill says that's why you have a sailboat. Exactly. And honestly, Bill, that's a major thing for us. There are a lot of people that are like, well, you know, do you guys see yourself converting to being in a power boat? And I think we would go motor sailor before we go power boat. Because there's something fundamentally safer in my mind to being on a sailboat versus a power boat. It's like, if you lose power, that's it. You have no way to propel yourself. And so many things go wrong when you're out there, or can go wrong, that it's nice to have that fail-safe. Even in the dinghy, we have the fact that we have a sailing dinghy puts my mind at ease, because at any point in time, if we use that as a life raft, we've got a sail in that thing, and we can actually get somewhere in it versus a conventional life raft. I love that.
You need the life raft kit for it though. Exposure canopy.
We do. Yep. That's a little pricey.
It's like $3,000.
That's not in our wish list this week. I mean this year.
Well, it's on our wish list.
Well,
it's definitely on our wish list.
It's not on our to buy list.
It's not on our budget.
Yeah.
I mean, we could do it, but I mean, it's like, Jesus.
It's great though, because the Portland Pudgy company that makes our dinghy, they just make this perfect little, I think part of it is inflatable.
Yeah.
Canopy that it basically turns the dinghy into a life raft.
Like the structure of it is inflatable. So it has like these tubes. They can auto inflate, or you can blow them up manual. So, I mean, the big reason why I would like it, number one, safety, to have that there, but I wanted to put the front canopy on and keep it on there most of the time, because it gets a little splashy if the wind picks up and we're going against the wind. So it'll protect us from getting splashed so much, and protect the gear from getting splashed.
Yeah, especially when we're bringing gear to shore and it's choppy. That would be a really great thing. Do you know for sure that you can put just the front part up?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I do know that.
Cool.
Yeah, you can put just the front up, and you blow it up manually, so you don't use your gas canister. You just blow into the tube, and they might have a step-on pump. I'm not sure. There's not much air that needs to go into it to make it.
No, it's not that big. It's just
because, like I said, the whole thing's not blowing up. It's just blowing up a little. Some structured tubes
just to keep it arched, really.
So yeah, you can put that up. There's a whole bunch of different configurations. Like, of course, we're putting it up on davits, so we can't do this. But it's like we can keep like the mast on it too. A lot of people sail it a lot. They'll just keep the mast right on it, and then they'll just rig it. Put the boom up. They'll even keep the sail on it with the sail cover down over the top of the mast.
Now you can't use the sail if the life raft.
You absolutely can. That's the whole point of it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So what you need to do is you need to put a reef in the main, though.
Okay.
You need to put and a reef's different. It doesn't reef when it
doesn't reef down. It reefs up.
Yeah, it reefs up. So the boom actually goes up.
That makes sense.
And that goes up over the exposure canopy. It's
what
brilliant.
A smart design.
I know.
It's
a brilliant design. And I guess they figure if you have to be in the life raft, it might be blowing a little bit, so you're going to reef anyways. So so that, I mean.
And that helps keep your boat stable. And
having a reef sail, even in a, it's like, that's more than most life rafts have, a lot more.
Oh, yeah.
This will get you to the fucking, get you somewhere.
No, I would take that whole setup any day over a conventional life raft.
100%.
Any day.
In fact, if we got another dinghy and we had room, I would keep that as a life raft. Because it's just, I would 100% rather. And it's small. It's a, it's a 2-person life raft for sure.
Oh yeah. It's really a 2-person dinghy too. We've had 3 people in it. We tried 4 once.
We've had 4 in it a couple times. We had the Hambies in it.
It's fine. It's fine if it's a really calm day. But Sharon and I both got total swamp butt. Like the wave came in and went just completely soaked our downstairs.
See, again, that would be like I could head into the wind at that point, and the exposure canopy would mitigate some of that.
Yep. So when you have like 3 or 4 people in it, it just weighs it down just enough that you're more likely to get wet. But with the 2 of us in it, most of the time it's fine. And honestly, it's just a simple solution. But I've got a bunch of really long and wide, like almost as tall as I am, nylon drawstring bags that aren't completely waterproof, but they're pretty water resistant. And I just have one that I can grab. And if it's a really splashy day, I just kind of hold it in front of me, just kind of, and from like here down, just so that I don't get completely splashed when I'm going into shore and get all wet. And it does the trick. It looks a little awkward when you see me coming, but
been looking at trying to find. It's like when I'm sitting here, I'll be screwing around in the cockpit with a guitar, and I'll come up with something I think is cool. If I'm by myself, I'll video it myself, or I'll have Allie video it, and I'll be like, hey, I'll videotape this so I can. And half the time she does audio things, but anyways, we either audio or videotape me playing the thing so I can have it for later, because I know I'll forget it. But then we just like leave them on our phones. We don't even like go back. And then I realize it's like I have all of these lyrics, and I got all of these pieces of songs and ideas that are on both of our phones. I'm like, okay, I need to start putting this shit together. And she and I went through our phones and like we're looking at all these old videos, and some of them are like old, some of them are like super old, and it was just super interesting because I don't remember hardly any of them, and because it's just like a moment where I'm just like, hey, catch this, and I do it.
Well, and sometimes you didn't even do that. Sometimes it was I'm taking a sunset video and you're noodling on something, and I'm like, that's really cool, but then it winds up being, I'm like, that's really awesome.
You like play some. It's like 2 or 3 of the things that I have no idea. I'm gonna have to like really sit down and transcribe what I did, because I'm like, I can't play that.
Oh, there was one that was there was one that was really, in fact, I was going to send it to Brad and joke about what you said, because there was one video where you're doing this really complex acoustic guitar riff that goes on for quite a while, and it was very complicated and gorgeous. And what was it that you said last night?
Last night? Oh,
yeah.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh, shoot! I should have written it down.
I know there's one I said I was going to have to send to Jeremy and have him teach me how to play it.
Jeremy's my old
picture his face when I sent it to him. It's like, this is you playing it, dumbass. I'm like, I know.
Jeremy's my old guitar player from Hippie Soup, the band I had up in Maine, and he teaches guitar up in Maine, and he's phenomenal. And and he's like, I don't know who was playing that riff. That's what it was. He said, I don't know who was playing that riff on that video, but it wasn't this guy.
That was 2023 Galen. He was a better guitar player, apparently.
Dean said that Paula Cole, actually, she did have an LP out beforehand, but she didn't really hit big until after she was with Peter Gabriel for a while. Bill says, row, row, row your boat. I'll have to check out that single, Dean. I don't think I know that one. It's a
friggin' Armada heading their way.
Paula Cole song, I Am So Ordinary. I don't think I know that one. I should go back and listen to her whole albums, because I've always enjoyed her, but I really just know the ones. I only know the songs that hit on radio. I never did a deeper dive. I should have.
What is that from? Thelonious Monk.
Oh yeah.
Well, you needn't.
Well, you needn't.
Well, you needn't. Name that song in 3 notes. A different key.
I miss doing jazz sometimes. It definitely influences what we do.
That must be the key that it's in, because
you keyed right into it. Oh yeah, all the boats are out all of a sudden. All the speedboats.
It's Sunday.
Sunday, Sunday. And it's after church. It's after church hours, I think. Oh yeah, it's 109. Yeah, so Bill says yay at the fact that I'm guessing that was when we were talking about doing gigs in North Carolina. Yeah, I'm hoping we can. It'll be late in the season. I know a lot of places stop, especially down in Carolina Beach. They stop doing music live after the first part of September. But with Hoplite and a couple other places, I'd like to book at least 4 shows there before we take off. It won't be like a big, staying for a long time. But
We're playing somewhere. might be playing your backyard, Bill.
Yep.
You come out, we might be out there.
Or call up Mark and say, Mark, do a party. Sail bombs are going to play.
Shit, he should do a party. He's got a friggin' whole tiki bar.
Bill should do a party. Bill should do a house party.
We'd play a party.
I would totally play a house party.
Yeah, we'd play a party. It doesn't have to be just a party. It doesn't have to be like a whole thing. Just
you find a place for a house party. We'll play it. We'll play it, Bill. We're down. Dawn like Donkey Kong.
No, I mean I'm saying if you just wanted to have a get together.
Oh yeah.
Go bring the acoustic and.
Oh yeah.
Do a show there.
Totally. Yeah. Either way.
Just give us barbecue.
Yep. Pay us with food. Well, I can't eat barbecue, but pay me with something.
I'll feed her with booze and feed me with barbecue.
There you go. I'm vegetarian, if you didn't know. I'm really pescatarian. We eat fish. I eat fish, but it's not like I eat fish every single day. I want to eat more fish, though. Like just recently, I was like, I want to eat more fish. Kind of missing, and eating a tuna out of a can once a week or so doesn't.
Buy some more salmon.
It's been so expensive recently, though. Oh my gosh! It's like I know I sound old, but like you used to be able to.
Salmon.
What?
Tariffs on salmon.
But I mean, seriously, I went to the fish counter in Publix last week or whatever day it was, whatever the last time was that we were in there, and I'm like, I can't afford this. I'm like, this isn't happening. I mean, technically we can, but I'm like, I don't want to blow all that money just for one meal. We did do salmon on the grill a couple weeks ago, and that was really nice.
It was incredible.
We used our new grill for the first time.
We could actually catch fish too, just not here.
Not here.
I'm not eating a fish I catch here, but
we could probably catch it in. No, I don't know if I'd do Carolina Beach either. Maybe.
Oh yeah, Carolina Beach. Yeah.
Oh, I just heard a dolphin.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you're right there. It's right next to the boat.
Well, if he starts surfacing, we'll.
I had one around me yesterday. So this is what I do. Yeah, you do this little thing with your fingers, and they like keep resurfing and circling around you. There was a boat, so I was cleaning the inside of the dinghy yesterday, and so I had a scrub brush, and there's a bunch of section around the outside edge of the dinghy that's textured, kind of in a diamond shape, and I was using the scrub brush on it. It was making a lot of vibration noise when I was doing that, and all of a sudden I had a dolphin like right next to me. In fact, so the dinghy was attached to the back of our transom and with our painter line. So I was probably less than 10 feet away from the boat, from Molly, and a dolphin came up between Molly and the dinghy. He was that close. And he was a big boy too. He was a good size one.
I thought there were a couple of them.
I only saw one, but maybe there was one on the other side of the boat that I couldn't see from my vantage point. Or maybe they came up separately and I thought it was the same one. But there was another boat going by us at that point, and I was talking to the dolphin and doing the finger thing on the side, like drumming on the side of the dinghy. And she goes, "Oh, look, she's talking to it." Like, yes, I am. Hi, buddy. Come on over. Yeah, we've seen more dolphins this last week than, like, we really haven't seen that many dolphins up here this time that we've been here. And all of a sudden, in the last week or so, we've seen a whole bunch.
I think that was a dolphin fin.
Bill says we can do this. I have the PA. Woohoo! Ooh, we could just show up and plug in. What?
Yeah.
What?
Do the acoustic.
We're not spoiled enough for that.
Do the acoustic thing. Bring the bass and the acoustic. Acoustic, and we'll go up and just play some songs, have some fun. Yeah,
I mean, seriously, it could even be like you've got six or eight friends over, and we're just sitting around a little fire pit or something. We don't care. We'll play for friendship.
Yeah, was that a dolphin fin?
I think so. It was big enough to be a dolphin fin, and it had a rounded. I always watch for the rounded motion. If it's this kind of a motion, if it's it's a dolphin. If it's this kind of a motion, it's a shark.
Yeah, it did kind of.
It did round. So yeah. I'm going to say it's a dolphin. Sharks normally come up very evenly and then go like this, and then slowly sink evenly.
We need to sing the dolphin song.
Which one is the dolphin song? It's not that.
Yeah, it is. You don't remember the dolphin song?
No.
From our childhood?
No.
Really?
Are you messing with me? I think you're messing with me.
Come on, swim a while with me. You know we're swimming in other people's pee. On the river of Port St. Lucie. Something that rhymes with that. Anyways, that's all I got.
That's pretty cool. So they taught you that in kindergarten?
No. Why would you even say that? That's dumb. First grade.
Oh my god. Yeah, this is basically us normally. That's our normal banter. I'm sad there isn't more coffee.
Oh, well, we could make more.
Oh, I might make some tea.
And have a beer. Somebody's saying something.
Leaning. I bought a bunch of oolong tea. I haven't had very much of it. He said, "You remember the Flipper theme song?" No, I do not.
No. His name was Flipper, faster than lightning. Da da da, he could be da 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 he.
It's really quite impressive.
His name was Flipper, da 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 dee. Yeah.
With vibrato even.
Yeah, I remember. Remember the Flipper song?
Oh my god.
I don't remember it.
Dean says, "Oh, I know that one. I did it on the recorder in kindergarten, first grade." Kindergarten. Yeah. Oh my god. Can you imagine those teachers, what kind of headaches they went home with? Whose idea was it to give every little kid a super loud plastic flutophone and have them all sing like, "Mary had a little lamb," like, so loud.
I mean, good. You got to get them into it somehow.
I think about, like, most of my classrooms growing up, we had like 25 to 30 kids. 30 kids all playing the flutophone, half of them getting the notes wrong at any given moment.
You know, if nothing else, that's so important. And I'll tell you why. Because it teaches everybody that, you know, it's like, this is how you make music. You make music. It doesn't just...
By screwing up.
It doesn't just fucking, you hit a button and all of a sudden there's music. It's like...
That's true.
You have to come up with music. Somebody has to, at some point, somebody has to come up with it and play it. And I know AI and all that stuff, but seriously, you know, the only reason AI can do it is because we do it. And it also, like, you know, and if they can't do it and it's hard for them, that's good, because then that makes them realize our value. It's like they're the ones dropping 20s in the tip jar because they're like, oh, okay. It's like, I learned to do this and it was hard to do, or I didn't learn to do it because it was hard to do. And you know what I mean? It's like, it gets rid of that, like that, you know, people coming out to us, well, you know, why don't you play this particular song? It's like, oh, we don't know that song. It's like, I told my son that you knew that song.
Oh, that woman. I'll never forget that woman.
I'm like
I told my son you were the kind of band that would know that song, so you have to do it.
That's on you, honey. That's not on me. I've got a fucking jukebox here. So, like, I'm not your Spotify playlist. Come on. But, you know, it's
you're making me look bad in front of my son.
But it gets rid of that. It gets rid of that. So I encourage, let's suffer through the recorders for that alone. I think
so too.
Is my point.
I thought there was another comment, but I guess not. I guess we covered it.
We covered everything.
Yeah.
Time is it now?
Oh no, I lost a quilt this week. It's one something. 120-ish. Oh, that's kind of cool. You went on a deep Eastern music dive a few years ago, and it came out in another album that we did.
Yeah.
But haven't
Shakti and John McLaughlin. If I fall down that rabbit hole again, that's going to be scary.
I could take us in a very different direction.
I actually have a not that he did this, but I actually have a one of my pedals has a sitar setting.
It sounds really cool. Of course, I have that on my keyboard too.
Yeah, but I want to use it for Do It Again. I want to learn the solo to Do It Again, and because you listen to Do It Again by Steely Dan, actually, it's a electro-harmonics. I believe electro-harmonics. I don't know exactly which he used. He might have actually used a Dan Electro sitar, baby sitar, for all I know.
Are you talking about the solo before the key solo?
Yeah.
Or okay, yeah.
Yeah, the one that starts a, and then yeah, it doesn't sound like nylon string guitar like yeah, that's yeah, I want to learn it and do enough of it so it makes like, oh, that guy's doing that solo, and have that sitar sound. That'd be fun.
That's cool. I was going to learn the keyboard solo on that too, so that'll be a different beast next time we do it.
We're going to rehearse probably right after this, aren't we?
Probably after you have a beer.
Yeah. So it's funny, we were kind of gearing up to do a uke show, but that's kind of turned into an electric show now.
And that's because you keep buying damn guitars.
Oh.
He comes to me last night and he's like, oh my gosh. Because he just bought a Gretsch guitar and he's wanted one forever.
I bought a Gretsch bass.
Now he's got a Gretsch bass that was a valid purchase because you're going up to Maine
the valid
to
purchase,
do
and it was a deal.
4-week theater run, and you needed your other bass up in Maine. It's not in great shape, and it was a massive deal. But then he comes to me last night and he's like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that Gretsch made ukuleles. And I'm like, no. I feel like,
then I was
like, the newspaper out.
I was like, how much would it have to be? What's the lowest price it would have to be for you to not get upset about that? She said, 150. And I'm like, it's in the ballpark.
And I could see it in his face. I'm like, I said 150 and he went.
Guys asking guys asking 160. I think we can make this work.
Oh my God. And in fairness, he was talking about getting another ukulele. The carbon fiber one that he has been fantastic, but it's not great for playing out on.
Fantastic's a big word.
It's
been fun.
Yeah, it's been fun. It doesn't really have, now that he's got a lot more skill on ukulele.
It's just the ukulele. I mean, it's not. I mean, it's
fun and cute.
It's fun and cute. It does a lot of like gimmicky things that I love, and I enjoy it. However, would like a real uke. That's turned into the beach uke. It's got sand all through it now. It's great.
Now, what was it you were talking about putting?
Oh, listen.
Oh, you did it already?
Yeah. So I learned that I believe Romani musicians would put here you go, Dean, when you get your computer back, when you get your computer privileges back, they used to put dried rattlesnake rattles inside their violins, I guess for luck. And
it would just rattle around in there.
Yeah, it's just like if you ever pick up like a really old violin from like a yard sale or something, you shake it and there's something in it. Might be a rattlesnake rattle. They're very light and they're so I'm like, I'm gonna start doing that with shells. And we were at the beach with some friends and she found a bunch of shells and there was one, it was like a darker one.
I was gonna say, was it the black one?
No.
Oh.
No, it's a darker one that kind of matched here, and I'm like, that's perfect. It's really light and really tiny. I just plopped it in there. So now I got a shell for good luck. That reminds me of a fun day we had at Blind Creek. So yeah, you can hear it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And neither one of us are Romani, but we did our second sailboat was named Vardo, which is the Romani name for the covered wagons that they live in and move around in.
Yeah. You don't, yeah. I don't think it's appropriation to enjoy a culture's traditions.
Nope.
But yeah.
Not that one anyway.
No. I forget. Everybody dresses up like a leprechaun and drinks green beer on St. Patrick's Day. I can put a shell in my.
I think that's probably true. There are no leprechauns injured in the course of this guitar change. Ooh, yes. And one of the things that we found on the recording list yesterday when we were going through all the stuff that we had of different riffs and stuff that we've come up with was a Irish influence song. Do you remember? Did you hear that last night?
No.
Oh yeah, I'll find it for you. I sent it to you. There's definitely more of an Irish shanty song.
Oh, there's one I didn't send to you, but I saved in my folder. The one. Remember you were out here with the bass and we figured out, and we just totally forgot that we'd done it. That lyric that you like there, the borrow the colors from the sky.
Yeah.
Remember we did like something with that.
Oh.
One night.
Yeah, that's been rattling around in my head for like
to the point where like
3 years.
We did like a melody and had like a groove on it.
Huh. Okay. Well, yeah, you definitely please send that to me.
Yeah.
We have so many songs that we'll just be sitting out in the cockpit and he'll play something or I'll play something or something will, stick in my head and one takes off the other person and then we forget about it. We never write a song about it. We do that all the time. Bill says when we were talking about the gear and the ukulele, I get that as a DJ too. I have about 40,000 music files, but someone always wants the song that I don't have. Yep, exactly. The cost of being a professional musician. I think that was in response to your ukulele. You're obviously getting.
I mean, yeah. If it says Gretsch on it, I mean, and it's within my reach, I'm probably just going to reach out and get it.
You're gonna Gretsch out and get it. No. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm so hot on.
They're good quality instruments.
And they're. I'm into the history of them now too, so it's like it's interesting to me only probably. It's like ukulele Russ. Nobody cares about this stuff but me.
Nobody cares.
Which is becoming a quite popular video series of his.
Yes.
Check out Ukulele Russ. He does like a bunch of stuff, a bunch of videos. Nobody cares about this stuff but me, and
He lives in Alaska, and it's all like stuff in the backwoods in this tiny little house that he has in the backwoods in Alaska. It's awesome.
It's whatever's irking him at the moment. He makes a video. And it's funny. And makes fun of it.
He's originally from Maine. He's in Maine right now. He's about to be down here. He's playing next weekend at Terra Firmata.
Yeah, we'll have to go see.
Yep.
420. We'll have to go see him. Maybe we'll bring up the gummies for 420.
If we're not driving,
so,
just take the boat down.
Well, Jesus Christ, it's not, I didn't say we're going to like trip balls. I'm just saying. What was I going to say? I tried some for right now, but I think they're illegalizing it because, we got to work backwards as much as possible. They have THC infused lemonade, and it's Delta 9, which, I'm not an aficionado. We don't do marijuana hardly at all, but I wanted to try it. It's a THC infused lemonade at our favorite pizza place. It was really good. And it wasn't, it
was very tasty lemonade too.
It's very tasty, and it didn't, and I've never actually, that was actually the first time I've done an edible. I don't believe I've ever done anything edible before.
Actually, I don't think I have either. I've done CBD gummies, but I haven't done THC.
And I'm assuming that counts as an edible.
Yeah, it probably does.
Yeah, because you're
consuming it.
You're consuming it. And I think it's pretty high. Like I think it's like, well, high for, I mean, for a drink, you know, which you might have 2 or 3 of.
For a drink, that you're expected to go into a restaurant and enjoy with a meal, and you might have more than one.
It's like, for me, high. I mean, I know, because I said, like I already said, I'm a pussy. It's like 10 milligrams, so it's like half a gummy, I think.
Did you feel good afterward?
Yeah, I felt good. Yeah, it wasn't like, well, no, it wasn't. You know, did you feel good after drinking your beer?
I did.
Okay, well, that's not to say it's like, oh. It's like, no, it's like drinking a beer. Only just having something else. Yeah, it wasn't, you know, I wasn't like seeing dragons in the fucking sky or something. It's not how it works. It's just marijuana. It's not that big a deal, despite what people might tell you. And yeah, it was, yeah. So, point is, if we find that lemonade again, I am pro getting some of it at the liquor. I guess they sell it at the liquor store.
Oh yeah, let's get some.
And they're trying to get rid of it. So, but I guarantee if up in Maine, if they have the distribution that wide,
oh, that'd be super.
It'll be in every friggin' convenience store and street corner, because
up in Maine it's legal.
Oh, totally, yeah.
And everywhere.
Yeah.
And not a big deal.
No.
Yeah, we got people cruising by us. That's always fun.
Yeah, she waved. No, we like people, remember?
We do like people. I know. That's why I waved at them.
They're all waving separately, so you have to wait 3 different times for 3 different people.
I gotcha.
They get a Suzuki outboard too, much bigger than ours.
They do.
200 horsepower.
And that is a huge engine for that boat.
I know. It's like I see these massive engines on these little,
like a third of the size of the boat.
Center console boats that are like, what, 15, 17 feet? It's got a 200 horsepower.
And they're going by very respectfully too.
I can't imagine him. See if he throttles up when he gets past the sign.
You probably tip the boat backwards.
Holy crap. Nothing in there but the friggin' prop. Be like a hydrofoil.
Oh my goodness. Wow. I don't know what exactly we're working on today, but we'll work on something.
Well, we're practicing.
Oh, that's right.
Working on music.
There was something I was going to finish on the dinghy. Oh, I know what it was. I didn't wash down the outside of the, basically the hull of the dinghy on the outside yesterday, because we were bopping around a lot. I really was not the day to do it. I don't know why I did it yesterday.
It needed to get done.
It needed to get done, but it took a lot of effort, because there were points where I was having to brace myself really awkwardly to keep scrubbing.
You did it.
I did it. It was fine. Thank you. But it was a little too rocky for me to clean the sides and not get all soaked.
I still love you.
What'd you do?
I said she has a couple little flaws there, and I said it's okay. I still love you.
Did you make the flaws?
No.
Oh,
No, it's just like where the grain. I don't know if you can see.
Nope.
There's a little by the. Yeah, it's just how the grain is. It's just. Anyways, I can put some filler. Actually, I probably should. Yeah, put some filler glue in there or something. But I've bonded with this guitar completely. I mean, I love the other guitar Gidget, but this one, it's like, yeah, I thought this was just the one I was taking up to Maine, but no.
I think you might be taking the other one up.
I think this is staying on the boat with me. I gotta change your strings.
If you got that ukulele, it would match too.
Oh, the wood on that ukulele is beautiful. But this isn't a Gretsch, but it's a Cordoba.
Cordoba is
so that's brand. Acceptable.
So just to remind you, I don't know if you would want to use that on there, but if you do glue filler on there that has any color to it at all, I did just buy a stain pen to do that spot by the upper, the hatch near the bow where you had to replace that piece of wood. And I bought a stain pen that's just about that color.
Oh, yeah. I don't think I need that. I just want to put it in there so that doesn't, like if there's a gap right there.
You don't want it to catch.
Because this edging is glued on. And it actually might be, yeah, it's just a little, yeah, it's going to be fine. I just don't want it to start creating more of a separation. That's why I was thinking.
I get it.
That's why I was thinking glue, but I probably should just leave it alone. Let it ride. Let her be.
Let her ride.
Let her be. She's gonna start showing some wear here.
And that's okay.
And that's just build some character. But yeah.
It's totally cool when a guitar looks like she's been through something. What's Willie Nelson's guitar?
Trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the extreme case of that. But yeah, she's solid.
Yeah. Let's see. I
got a neck. I told her to straighten that shit out.
Exquisite Clutter is on.
Oh,
Good
hi.
morning.
A little neck.
Size does matter with inches. And Bill saw the Wheeling Brothers on Friday.
Oh.
How did it go, Bill? Did you love them? We had a freaking blast.
Oh my God. They were so good.
They played a huge festival down in Fort Lauderdale the next day after we saw them too. And it was, we saw some of the video. It was crazy.
Was John Patty with them? Probably was.
Probably was, because I think he was doing several shows in a row with them.
Yeah, he was just kind of like in the background. It's like,
John Petty was not with him.
oh, he wasn't.
Yeah,
he was probably gearing up for that festival and decided to like play a few shows with him to.
Probably. Yeah. It was weird. To us, it was like John Patty's here, so they're going to introduce him and talk about, it'll draw attention to him. But he didn't do any soloing. There was no point where it was like, John Patty, take it, or anything like that. Just, just in the background.
They're at that level, though. It's like, yeah, if he was playing with us, we'd be like, between every song, did we mention John Patty's here?
But yeah, they did one day say, "Oh, we're lucky to have the amazing John Patty with us tonight," and that was it. That was the only mention. And of course, most of the audience would not have known, or they didn't know. They're like, "Yay!" Couple polite clap. They're like, "It's John Patty! It's John Patty!"
It's funny. Like the lead singers at the end of the show, which I love. They ran while the rest of the band finished the last song. They ran out to the merch table.
So that they were there to talk with people.
Yeah, which is great because that clears people from the venue at the end of the night, and allows them to interact with their fans and stuff. And
they signed a bunch of shirts and hats and things like that.
But it was like us and another parrot head that was there went right over to John Patty.
I know. Yep. Yeah, you could tell who knew who John Patty was at the end of the show, because those few people went right over and were like, "Hi." Everybody else went funneling out for the Wheeling Brothers. He had a gig in Florida apparently, and I didn't get the impression that he was going to be touring all over the place with him. I think he was just doing a few select shows. And you're probably right. He probably did a couple of smaller ones gearing up for that big festival.
Yeah.
Because that was one of those, thousands of people.
You never know where he's going to show. He'll play the Star Spangled Banner at a baseball game, or then he'll be at some cheeky bar somewhere, but then he'll be into like a major festival. Mm-hmm. You just never know where he's going to show up.
I wonder if he was, I saw pictures, Bill, where Sonny Jim was playing with Latitude this last weekend.
Really?
They had steel pans set up next to them, but I didn't see John Patty. But he so often plays with Sonny Jim that I wonder if he was there and just came.
Where was Sonny Jim with Latitude?
I'll have to look it up, and my phone's being used for that right now. But I remember seeing it. This was their wedding anniversary weekend too. Latitude was playing a gig with Sonny Jim.
Oh, that's
and it was really intimate too. It looked like there were only like maybe 30 people there.
Oh, I would love that.
I think it might have even been like a songwriters thing. I remember there was some mention of like them being introduced as songwriters latitude, showcase kind of thing. Oh, Sonny Jim plays pans. I didn't know that.
Oh, I did know that. I forgot it.
Cool. Yeah, we'll have to see if we can find some video from that, because I'm sure that was an awesome show. I can see them melding together really well, Sonny Jim and Latitude. That'd be a great pairing,
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All the little boats are out. All the little boats.
Doing the little boat things.
Dancing in the water, back and forth.
Oh, it's funny. We met this wonderful lady last. And so it's this boat coming in. We could hear him before we saw him. It's fucking just full of frigging, just full, and I mean full of kids.
Like we were like, how did they fit them on?
23, 24 foot, like a motorboat, and
there had to be like 10 kids.
Oh Christ! They just kept coming. All girls except for one little boy with a mullet. So they came in. We could see them down at the dock. As soon as the boat docked, they all of a sudden fucking
ran and
kids
screamed.
are just spilling out everywhere. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ! And eventually, the kids start marching up. They march past us, and there's one adorable, like 11, 12-year-old girl, and she's got a gallon-sized tall bottle of Grey Goose. She's got it by the neck. She's just marching along with that bottle of Grey Goose, and I'm like, oh, I fucking love these people. And the mother came up, so we started giving her shit, and she sat down and talked to us for a while.
She was like, she wasn't drinking it. She wasn't drinking it.
So we had some fun with her, to the point where her husband's in the friggin' golf cart, like honking the horn. It's like, come on. She's like, I'm visiting with my friends. I made new friends. I
heard her say, we were having a conversation. They're nice.
Well, I can't remember what the point. Oh, yeah. So they had asked someone to like show them, because they're new in the area, and they have a boat, and they were like asking someone to take them out fishing and stuff. And this guy took them offshore. So they were like getting slammed all over the place. They had a good time though. And it's like, I'm like, honey, if you wanted to go fishing, you'd come right up in that cove there. If you were just not going to eat the fish, you just wanted to take the kids out fishing, you could have fished all day up here and caught, every. And
instead they did like probably a 2 or 3 hour venture out, but they could have just come around the corner and done everything they wanted to do.
Shit knocked out of them. Didn't catch anything because, it's pretty hard to fish when you're, getting tossed around like you're in a. Anyways, yeah, it's like next time just come around the corner. You don't need to have somebody help you out. Just come around the corner, stop at my boat, and I'll say the fish are over there today.
It was so interesting too, because she got on basically they just moved here last month, and they got on one of the community pages for the area and just said, we're looking for someone to show us around where the good fishing spots are, and so if you know the area, if anyone would like to come out on our boat with us, we'll pay for everything. We'll feed you. We'll, all that stuff. But just come out on our boat and kind of show us a good place to go fishing and kind of the area water wise. And people were giving them crap and saying, people get paid to do those tours. And
shut up.
Come on. This person is literally saying, I'll take you out on the water and we'll pay for everything if you just want to come out and show us some things in the area so we get to know it a little better. I thought that was lovely. And sure enough, somebody did take them up on it. So I'm glad that
we're taking friends out next weekend. I can't imagine us. I'm like, well, people usually pay for this.
Yes, you should pay for this.
Honest to fuck. Just
nah. I mean, I get it. There are people that do that professionally, take people out fishing and stuff. But
there are.
There are a lot of other people that just do it for
not
fun.
Everything has to be a fucking business venture. You don't have to get, just sometimes just do something for fun.
Yep. So they live right up the road, and they've got a 6-person golf cart. They just took the golf cart here because it's Florida. Hamby said he's sorry he took a dip in the pool with friends. I didn't even know you were missing, Mike. I never would have known. Well, I hope you enjoy the rest of your birthday stay at the resort. And Bill and Val, if you're watching, so glad to catch up with you guys. Can't wait to see you in North Carolina next month. Dean in Maine, say hi to Val for us, the other Val. And thanks for being our perpetual fact checker, even when you don't have full access to your computer. Oh, you've been working on that one too. The jet skiers are out now. Anything else you want to talk about?
No, I think we're good.
Yeah?
Yeah, keep an eye on us. We're going to be doing some more shorts during the week for sure. I don't know if we'll do those small lives. We're doing something.
Changing it up.
We're going to be doing something during the week. Seem to be getting we get a lot of hits in like those shorts, like a few hundred. So, I mean, sure. Oh shit. I didn't realize that. I would have made it better if I knew people are going to watch it.
I would have made it better.
I love the people. I don't understand the people that go slow up until the sign where it says you have to go slow and then they go fast.
Yeah, I don't get it.
They think they're reading the sign backwards or, oh, there, now you figured it out.
He went slow and then fast and now slow again. Yeah. I see people just barrel through those no wake signs though. They either don't care or they don't understand.
Usually the friggin'
they don't understand boat.
The sea doos, the cockroaches of the sea. They don't think the rules apply.
Yes, they're not, because they wouldn't be technically a boat. And I can tell you, being in Wrightsville with two sea-doos going around you in a circle over and over again while you're cooking lunch, they are in fact affecting us.
If they turn, I actually don't mind if they just go blow by.
No.
And stay up on a plane.
It's when they go around.
And they're away from you and they stay away from you. It's fine. If they when you start turning is when you start creating the wakes. And if they start like, oh, isn't this fun? We're doing wakes. It's like, no, it's not fun. It's fun for you. It's like, go somewhere else.
I'm trying to boil water for pasta. Please don't do that to our boat.
Anyways.
Oh, well.
Yeah, so I guess we were ending up.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
All right, we'll see everybody next week, if not sooner. And that's it.
Awesome. Have a great day, everybody.